short as I asked this girl out and she has a boyfriend, and that's fine. But then for some reason, it still stuck with me, like this inner turmoil or attachment and this questioning. And I was not super happy that I felt that way. I was aware of it, but I still had feelings of attachment.
A feeling of attachment, and how long it stayed.
I mean, I don't really. I feel much calmer now, and like even the last couple hours, I think it stayed for like 4 or 5 hours. There was just this like inner anxiety and like stirred up in me that got
Oh,
like stirred up.
4 or 5 hours it remained.
Yeah,
It indicates that you have lot of impressions, lot of impressions are still present.
yeah.
We will talk about it that there are of 8 layers that causes the ignorance, which includes sometime it is body, sometime it is mind, sometime it is intellect, sometime it is the past impression, sometime it is the prarabdha, the past impression, and sometime it is our ego. So, why you are not able to get free? Because of these factors, because we don't know which factor is causing their problem. So, as we move ahead in the journey of the self discovery, we can find out. These are the
Okay.
subtle uh, impressions. You wake up in the morning, you go to your job, and there you find your employee, and that employee you start reacting to the employee. You never thought of doing it, but it happened. So, out of these 8 factors, one factor is predominantly prarabdha because of the past birth and its expression, then past impression, then or the mind, or the intellect, or the ego. So we have 5, and then body, then speech, and then our action. So these are these are the 8 factors our masters have underlined that causes what to do. To stick to the break acronym. Just close your eyes and see that how the break can help you. So the letter B is behold. What is behold? The simple definition of behold is to observe, is to watch. What to watch? What to watch? Imagine now the two options are there. That should become a practice for any time, anywhere, today's practice. But provided you do it regularly for a couple of weeks, you remember everything, and then only you can apply. Anyhow, what I said, behold, means that observe, watch, notice, many meanings. So now your eyes are closed and you are listening to me and getting an understanding. Now, two options are there. Imagine your mind is a sky and thoughts or worries are just passing clouds. Well, that is the first option. You live in a higher awareness and you just see these thoughts and worries and attachment and feelings are just passing clouds. And you continue to notice the sky itself, the clear, steady awareness behind every experience of the thought you are done. But the second option you just explained to me, I am just converting that break practice based on what you just told me. Second option is the distraction, wandering, attachment, identification, or lot of likes and dislikes is there. So still the letter B works. At that moment, the best thing is to change the direction. Change the direction of the mind. Do you remember? What do you mean by changing? Do you remember? I told you the two steps. What are the two steps? You just become aware of the place, position, posture. Place, position, posture of the body means you experience again and again a place, position, and body. Just now do it. Just now. Just now notice. Notice, feel, and experience the place, position, and posture of the body. One, and then move to being comfortable. Okay, move to being comfortable. That is what move to being comfortable. So what exactly happens? Pay attention. What exactly happens? You look at the skin of the body to repeat the sensation and the experience. And that experience of the body leads to sensation, comfort, and steadiness. So that you have to repeat again and again to minimize the impact of attachment. Oh, are they related? Yes, impact of attachment, likes and dislikes. That is very important. That is what the letter B represents in a short. Behold, observe, notice. So, what happens actually by these two steps helps the mind to change the direction. When you change the direction, God wish your practice, your commitment and sincerity helps you to drop that attachment by the first two steps, where you simply notice, who am I beneath this attachment and tension? So you raise, there is a rise in awareness. There, what happens? There is a self awareness, and your mind starts asking, who is beneath this attachment? You have changed the direction. You are living in higher awareness. Higher awareness dissolves or minimizes depending on the with past 8 impressions which I discussed just now. So dissolves and minimize the attachment, and you feel a sense of freedom. That is when, like sunlight filtering through the clouds, your awareness remains unchanged even when thoughts and emotions move across it. Again, I'm repeating. That is the last point in the break. Like sunlight filtering through the clouds, your awareness remains unchanged even when thoughts and emotions, here I am adding thoughts or emotions of attachments, move across it, so you feel a sense of freedom. Okay, that is what. Let us take another example in the way when irritation arises during a detachment. Instead of suppressing or expressing it, notice, silently observe, apply behold, notice. So you notice attachment and your mind says, okay, I see attachment present in the mind, but I'm not attached. Now we move to the R, recognize, identify, acknowledge, many meanings. So R word, recognize, I'm taking two more words, identify, acknowledge. You identify, now you are not doing anything, you are looking inside, you are looking inside your head. So looking inside your head instead of looking outside. Now what is symbolic? Change of direction of the mind. Change of direction of the mind. It also means you maintain be. Behold, you are still in the observation mode and the notice mode. Now from the R you take it to the next step. It is all an intellectual exercise. So you ask yourself, who am I beneath these habits and anxiety? Let me ask the question. Am I attached? Yes. Is it a thought? Yes. Am I a thought? Big no. In the state of be, in the state of behold, in the state of the behold, you can, what? You can recognize, I am using the word identify, acknowledge. What to acknowledge? It is a thought of attachment, and I am not a thought. One, I am not an attachment. Let the question echo without needing an answer. Why? You enter into higher awareness. Oh, it is so simple. Answer is yes. You enter into a higher awareness. Now check if you enter into a higher awareness. But for example, again I'm saying, if you notice that tension is building because of attachment, you have to repeat it again. What is the word? R. So this acronym should become a play and a fun for you throughout the day. Name the pattern that is showing up. Is this pattern helping me? You recognize, identify, and no, it is not helping me. Name what is repeating. Fear, comparison, control, attachment, aversion. But they are the thoughts. Mine is repeating. And I'm not the mind, so I'm none of these thoughts. That thought should come into your mind is what the R is. R, the word, no, the letter R is recognize, acknowledge, and acknowledgement. I acknowledge, yes, there are thoughts of attachment, I acknowledge. But at the same time, I know I'm none of these thoughts of attachment. So what happens? You move to the next letter, E. What is that letter E? Letter E means and you can say and means you are not entangled by attachment. Its impression remains. Its impressions remains as memory, but not reaction. Why? Why? Separation has taken place. Where is that separation? What is that separation? The separation between the observer and observed, knower and the known, or I can say the seer and the seen. What happens? That ends this attachment. I will use the metaphor here. A bird becomes free not by adding more feathers, but by opening its cage. What does mean? Repeating again. Don't forget this. Today's practice, it is all an intellectual. The moment you have a sense of anxiety, duality, conflict, attachment, you remember this break. What I said a bird becomes free not by adding more feathers, but by opening its cage. What it means? You open the delusion present in the attachment. Oh, yes. You open what I said, you open the case. What it means, you open the case? We have to understand clearly. Opening the case here means you end the delusion. You end the delusion by effort, By effort? No, it is effortlessness that makes you a great seeker. What it means, you don't make an effort to stop seeing the water in the mirrors. That is the meaning, that effortless, knowing. Delusion is not there. You acknowledge the futility of chasing external validation. I believe I'm making myself clear. That is what is the E word, end. You end. So here we end, you end the delusion. How? By knowing. How by knowing? By contemplation and reflection in real time. I'm making it clear. I hope so. So, okay. I made it clear. E letter is also gone, and now comes A letter, awaken. Or you can say arise. I can use another word, arise. Or you wake up. Or I can say you wake up to the reality. You wake up to the reality. Oh, so what is the A word? You engage your discerning intellect. Now you have a discerning intellect, and that be because you have been contemplating and reflecting. Discerning intellect, the discernment is at its peak. What it means, you live in higher awareness, leads to inner calmness of the mind. And again, I'm repeating, we will talk about it. Inner calmness of the mind leads to external calmness. An external calmness, with that external calmness, you perceive the girl without attachment or aversion. Does this make me wiser or just busier? Yeah, you know the answer. Oh, now you see your intellect is clear. So what exactly happened? By awaken, or you waking up, by waking up, what exactly happened? Instead of jumping into the autopilot response, there is a pause. Activate the discerning intellect. You have activated the discerning intellect to guide the choices. Before acting, because of attachment, because you are already awake, does this make me wiser or merely busier? You know the answer. But what happens? Let me answer this. The intellect is a lamp. Intellect with the discernment is a lamp that shows where each step leads to. You walking without it invites confusion. Now you are walking with it, walking with discerning intellect, huh? Throws light of wisdom, and drops your attachment and aversion when instantly. Yes, there is an option. There is an option. What is that option? I say, there is an option if mind does not listen to the discerning intellect, it goes back to attachment or aversion, or you can say likes or dislikes or anger, whatever it is, whatever the situation, likes or anger or hesitation. You have already seen the space. You have already seen the space between the attachment, for example, and by the discerning intellect. In that space, you drop mentally Om Shanti, saying clearly with feeling, I am peace. I am peace, looking into the space. Just do it for a few minutes. Just do it for a few minutes. I have introduced this week, this last tip of dropping Om Shanti while looking into the space, basically a step of K, the letter K, the keep returning, you return. So both becomes one. Each time you wake from the identification, gently recenter and say Om Shanti. Make the return quick and kind, not judgmental. To explain the letter K, like a pendulum always returning to its midpoint, your practice stabilizes when you return, often during the day, when you return to Om Shanti during the day. When there is a problem and there is no problem. There is no problem. You keep returning to Om Shanti. I am peace of the nature of infinite space. We will revisit for a minute. We behold means you notice, you observe. You cannot observe when the default mind dominates, dictates you. So what to do? By thinking. You remember these steps by heart and you simply remember, okay, this default mind, you are going again and again to that object of attachment. The moment you say, your default mind enters into the discerning intellect, even at 1%, but by repetition it becomes 25%. But if you keep repeating the scene and the feeling of attachment, then it remains for a couple of hours. which you explained to me. So I am helping you to move to the next step, not 5 hours. It should remain only for a few minutes. Behold, but be in the behold I added place, position, and posture. You start looking, mind, default mind. Let me feel the place of the body, the position, and the posture. Let me feel the sensation. Let me feel the sensation. You say it mentally and feel it. It will raise your awareness. Then you move to being comfortable as the change of direction. The next letter is recognize, identify, acknowledge. That is the most important point. I acknowledge I am attached. I am attached is a thought, and then I acknowledge I am not a thought, I am not an attachment, because it belongs to the mind. So, in the state of behold, you recognize, you identify, and the moment you acknowledge, the attachment is weakened, and then you end the delusion by the letter E, by separation. Oh, I'm separate from this thought and feeling of attachment. I am separate from the feeling and thought of the pain. I am separate from all the thoughts of the world outside. And then you awaken, arise, you wake up to the reality. Why? Because the delusion is gone. Does this make me wiser or just busier? You can ask, oh yeah, it makes me wiser. Without awareness, without clarity, risk, drifting, and attachment. What I said awareness without clarity. How the clarity comes? By thinking, by contemplation and reflection. So when you contemplate and reflect, you enter into the discerning intellect. And the discerning intellect guides you the path. What is that path I told you? The intellect is a lamp that shows where each step leads to. And then you keep returning. How? By keep returning. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. You can also sing in your mind. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both palms, place it on your eyes, know your experience, bring the hands down. How are you?
Good.
After this practice, if you start the mala, I hope you have not left. You will find that and keep in 1 hour window after the mala. After this break practice, you start with the mala. It may be taking half an hour nowadays, and you will find that you are totally sitting for 2 hours. It is required.
Yeah.
So when you do this, so it is not basically the dry intellect. It is not only the intellectual understanding, It is an application together.
Hmm.
You don't know how to reach to my house, so you ask my address, cause and effect. And then you put it into the GPS, you follow the street and highways, and you reach to my house. So Eastern wisdom gives you the GPS, along with it you have to apply it here and now. You are looking at an object and you get attached. Oh, there's attachment, break. Apply the break, mentally, intellectually. You are applying the GPS. The goal is to reach to that Om Shanti, and you will reach it. So it is not purely an intellectual. Now you can easily understand. I was thinking you have stopped contemplation and reflection, and then I saw the message in the email, and I love it. I said, yes, that is good. It is
Oh
required.
no, I haven't stopped. I've been, which I hate to say that, I've been so busy. So I've been doing a lot of stuff with horses. So between that and my work, I've been I've been starting my days at 4:30 and not ending until like 8:30 or 9. I feel like I'm just running ragged.
But don't
So
leave the practice.
no, I know. I haven't been as good this past week. And that's why because when I did that contemplation reflection, I was like, God, I haven't done this in 5 or 6 days. He probably thinks I'm not doing this anymore.
Yes,
Yeah, no.
that was that I started. I said,
Yeah.
okay, he's going again back to the same stuff. You have to reach to that point of awareness where you will find your mind lives with the discernment all the time, and now it is not going to leave you. Even if you leave the contemplation reflection, it is not going to take. You may feel you become fully busy, but ultimately your mind returns to the same again and again. Until then, we have to continue that. So,
Okay.
default mind and discerning intellect, that is what we are talking about. So the discerning mind returns again and again. Why? It contains, we will talk about it, it has an 8 factors. Because of the 8 factors which I gave an introduction, that returns again and again and again. Because if until the 8 factors are dissolved, then only we can reach to that higher level of awareness of becoming the highest seeker. So until then we are working on the default mind. Why default mind? We are working on the default mind works on the external world. Default mind works on the external world of people, place, relations, event, things, whatever. The moment you wake up and default mind said, no, what I have done yesterday, I'll be doing it. It's a habitual and impulsive nature. So what happens? It converts external events into incidents. We'll talk about that also in our future sessions. What I said it converts event to incident. What is the difference between event and incident? Basically, both are events. But if it converts into an incident, it is my personal, it becomes personal. And personal means attachment, aversion, reaction, anger, anxiety, impulsive nature of the mind. the guy, you're meeting your dad. It is an event. Dad is agitated, fires you. You feel it. When you feel it, it is an incident. Otherwise, it remains as an event.
So, wait, say that again. When I feel it, it's an
When you
incident?
feel attached, you feel reaction, you feel anger, you feel anxiety inside, then it becomes an incident. Otherwise, the event, we see a lot of events taking place every day in the world.
So the problem with the word incident is what? Attachment?
Obviously,
Delusion?
incident caused by the default mind. And the discerning intellect keeps it as an event. Oh, this is an event. Oh, dad is angry. Thank you. Now let me have a smile inside. Look at him. Just watch him. Let him say, and you maintain that poise and calmness. You see the beautiful girl, you maintain that poise and calmness. The internal calm and the external calm is maintained, no attachment. So it has not turned into an incident. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So can you recognize how many times you convert the event into an incident every day?
A lot.
That is why progress is slow.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a very pragmatic, practical approach, my friend. We are not talking of what? We are not talking of what? We are not talking of purely the intellectual philosophy. We are talking pragmatical. So why it happens? Can you find the answer from the last week's session? Default mind. Default mind is a casual mind. Casual mind has an element of distraction, forgetfulness, foolishness, delusion, impurity, reactive. Five types of deluded mind. I think 5 types of default mind we discussed. I said instead of default mind, I said it is a casual mind. And that casual mind lives in five states, or you can say default mind, foolish mind, deluded mind, impure mind, reactive mind, and every state of the default mind has its own problem, and it is bound to convert the event into an incident. Incident means it happened to me. Dad is angry, it is happening to me. Come on, the dad is weakening his heart at this age. What it has to do with me? Are you getting it? Oh,
yeah.
She is beautiful. She is cute and beautiful, or he has a six-pack and handsome. So it is he and she. That is an event. How come he has six-pack? I don't have it. Now it has become an incident.
I see. It's crazy.
Huh? What did you say?
I said it's crazy, like the two, how many times, because life is full of events, right? Every day, every hour,
Right.
We're always having events. And
Very
it's like,
good.
how many times are you turning those into incidences instead of just allowing them to be events? Essentially, allowing them just to be the clouds in the sky. Let them come, let them go. And the incidences is when we make it like personally about ourselves, and then you're fucked. Excuse my language, but because when I start to make it personal, then I'm identifying with the body, I'm identifying with ego, I'm identifying as a separate being, and I'm done.
That is beautiful reflection. That reflection is coming from the discerning intellect. Default mind and casual mind in all its five stages have gone. A real reflection. Challenge is, do you remember all this what you have said in all the time, in all the relations, in all your events during the day will make your life happier.
You know what when we first started this conversation tonight, and I tell you about my little setback. Do you look at that like I haven't gained any knowledge the last 5 years, or is it common to still sometimes?
No, no. Every failure is a step ahead. Do you remember the quote from Thomas Alva Edison?
Yes, absolutely.
He failed 1,000 times. Why he failed? That is why he succeeded.
I see. Okay.
So every failure gives you a point of reflection and contemplation where your discerning intellect is activated. Because you are contemplating and reflecting, yes, you will fail if you don't contemplate and reflect. That will frustrate you. So frustration is not there, clarity is there. I failed because of this. So because of this is the discerning intellect, you reflect, you are moving ahead, you are moving to the higher step of awareness. Now what is happening? This reflection is accumulating as an impression in your mind. It will be used in future events, not converted into incidents.
Yeah. Is it bad that I'm wanting? I don't know. Like, bad's not the right word, but is it wrong that I'm wanting a relationship like with a female? Like, if I'm not wanting it out of attachment, like, let's just say like I have a desire to have a partner in life, right? Like a female companion that I can grow with. Is there something wrong with that?
No.
That
My mind is, if the default mind seeks the partnership and relationship, wrong. If the discerning intellect demands a relationship, no. Find out how.
That's what I know. How do I know which is which?
I want a physical relationship. Yes, I am of that age and that gives me some stimulus and triggers. Okay. So that is the discerning intellect has made a point that I want a physical relationship. Do I want an emotional relationship to rely on the partner? Yes and no. Find it out. Do I want an intellectual relationship? Find out what in yes and no. Do I want a spiritual relationship? Find out what yes or no. You have found out with the discerning intellect. Now you are in search for a person who has all the four. Not possible. So find out even one or two. You have found two. Talk to her. Make a decision. Make yourself clear that I'm treating, in spite of doing my business and earning the wealth, my motivation goes back to my journey of the self-discovery. It doesn't mean that we will continue to have physical relationship, emotional relationship, social, etc. So now because of that discerning intellect, you continue to live with the discerning intellect, maintaining that social, emotional, physical family relationship. Finished. Go ahead, next step. It will be a big opportunity for you if your partner objects to it, reacts to it. You maintain that is an event. You don't turn that into an incident. Then, from your side, the relationship is good. If she wants to continue, very good. If she does not want to continue, very good.
Is it possible to have a relationship where the other person is, let's say, they're Jewish or they're Christian or Catholic or Mormon, and I am going down this path of my evolution? Is it possible, or am I asking the wrong questions because
Yes.
I'm talking out? I guess maybe as I'm saying that out loud, I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I wouldn't even seek somebody like that in the first place. And not like in a judgmental way, but just it wouldn't be the right partner for me if the other person is whatever, Jewish or Mormon or something.
It does not matter. When you meet, you communicate with your discerning intellect, with clarity. Discerning default mind, all the 5 stages, the 5 steps of the mind, always wants to keep certain expectations and attachment and duality and a conflict. So you have to get rid of it before you talk to any person, and then your default mind is not seeking anything. You simply, then you are very clear with a discerning intellect. So why we are meeting, you just become philosophical to your partner and but be pragmatic. Why we are meeting? We are meeting, to have a long-lasting relationship. How? In peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. So how it is possible? We may have physical needs. So we both have physical needs. We will go for physical relationship. Clear? Ask her whether one is Mormon or one is Jewish doesn't make any difference. Then move to the second. What is the relationship with the word? So physical relationship. Now come to the emotional relationship. Emotional relationship. You get emotional upset. Tell me that you got upset with me. We will sit down and discuss. And I'm not going to get emotional upset, but I will talk to you because for me, that is an event. You are talking with a discerning intellect. You don't get upset. So you don't have any expectation. You are very clear. So you say, honey, if you get upset, okay, no problem. I will sit with you. I will talk to you. We will find a cause and effect and we will find a solution. Are you ready? Yes. Go to the intellectual relationship and you say, intellectual relationship, in maintaining our household necessity, professional life, social life. So if there is any issue, we will sit and find out. Do I have any expectation of your intellectual relationship? Answer is no. I may point you out that this is the way I work, and if you feel that I am wrong, you have every right to question me. That is going to help me to become a seeker. If any, the near and dear ones is questioning, it will help you. Same thing with the social relationship. What is the social relationship? In a week you go to your dad, okay, let us have a dinner, 1 hour finished.
Yeah.
Tell your partner 1 hour finished. Even my dad says you something, enjoy, keep smiling inside. I take his anger and reaction as a grain of salt. Doesn't make any difference. Are you ready for it? Let us play. It doesn't make any difference. So now you are talking with a discerning intellect. You are relating your partner with the default mind? No. With the 5 steps of the mind: deluded, impure, reactive, uh, eh? casual mind? No. So you are communicating with the discerning intellect. As if she is not your partner at present, you are with the discerning intellect, clear, calm, relaxed. Now she becomes your partner, calm, relaxed. Nothing happened. So, yes, through the physical relationship, you enjoy the pleasure. Through the pleasure, you are contemplating and reflecting. You will rise above. You will rise above. That call also the pleasure. One time, second time, third time. First time the pleasure scale is 10. Second time it is maybe 10. Third time it is 9. 10th time it is 1. Finished. So through the you learn through your experiences, and now you move to the emotional. So luckily, if you get a mature partner, nothing like it. You can both treat the path of self-discovery. I'll be earning more because she will join you. I'm hoping with it. I have a great expectation. So,
thank you.
So you see that, so it is possible. What happens when you start working through the default mind? And then there is a default mind trap. It traps you. You want to convert every event into an incident.
Yeah.
Your hoping, your expectations, your attachment. Don't disturb me when I'm meditating. First hand, you tell her, my crazy life. Don't tell him that you are going for a self-discovery. Simply tell simple thing. What is simple thing? I just relax and calm, to lead my personal and professional life. Will you allow me? If one is not spiritual, it's okay. No problem.
You're right.
Still, you can maintain. You don't convert any event into an incident, even if it takes you to speak a lie. You are on the path of self-discovery, but if you're honey, it's all crazy stuff, and you also say, yes, it's a crazy stuff, and stop talking about it, change the direction. No issue. You don't sit down and start impressing. There was an Indian guy who is very, very well educated, highly intelligent. He is still an engineer. So 30 years ago, I discussed that why don't you leave home to awaken yourself? And then I discussed that home is the home of attachment. Here I'm talking of default mind, casual mind, deluded mind, foolish mind. So I explained about the home, but he picked up that he has to leave the home and the partner in order to awaken. Luckily, both are my students. So he went home and he said, I'm leaving home and I'm going to the Himalayas. So his wife called me. He said, what you have taught him? We have already 3 kids, I told him, leave the home of attachment, leave the home of expectation. Metaphorically, I used the home for expectations and attachment, and he went there, he said, I'm leaving home. So I called them the next day and I said, you are crazy, you stop learning this. No more Eastern wisdom. You continue to work as an engineer. You'll be surprised after 30 years. Now he has joined the group on Mondays and Thursdays.
That's awesome.
After 30 years, he did not change. Now I hope that he will change.
That's cool.
So that is what it